This segment is sponsored by the ARC Prince George's County. The ARC Prince George's County is an organization aimed at championing inclusion and empowerment for individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities. And this morning we're joined by CEO of the organization, Rob Malone. First of all, welcome to the program, Rob.
Thank you so much, Brian. It's a pleasure to be here.
So today we want to talk a little bit about how county and state budget deficits could affect services for people with disabilities and what we can do to help minimize this impact.
Well, that's something we're all worried about. The state has a $3 billion budget deficit. I understand the county, Prince George's County, has a $200 million deficit. Wow. And so it certainly will put pressure on the ability to expand services. There are plenty of folks with disabilities who are on waiting lists, who need access to services, and these services we're talking about are services that allow the parents or caregivers to do life, to go to work, to just have the ability to do something beyond 100% caregiving. And so when you don't have access to that, it could be a financial drain, and certainly it could be an emotional drain. So we're heading into a tough season, but our hope is that our elected leaders will continue to prioritize these services for families with disabilities.
Okay, because we want to find our best way to minimize any impacts, correct?
Absolutely, absolutely. And we're working as hard as we can because we understand government is tight. So we're also looking at foundation funding and funding from individuals and families that understand and have a desire to make an impact in the lives of others.
So I understand that the ARC is launching a TED Talk this summer. Can you talk a little bit about that?
That is fantastic, something new. Okay. We're collaborating with Prince George's Community College in July to host people in the disability community who will talk about subjects to really get folks to open their minds, but it won't just be about disability-specific issues, but it will put them in a place of being on stage to share and speak about issues that they're passionate about.
So very important to kind of share messaging out there as well.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Let's talk about 2025 and what that looks like for your organization and maybe what you anticipate coming into this new year.
Thank you so much. That's my favorite question so far, because what we want is for the community to understand who the ARC is. This is so critical. The ARC is a 70-plus-year-old institution that is purely focused on helping families with disabilities meet and achieve their objectives. And when families don't know where to go for help when they have a loved one with disabilities, it can be disastrous. They can miss timelines that are critical for them accessing the resources they need. So I want everyone to understand when they see the ARC and that logo, or they see a van, we are there to help families with intellectual and developmental disabilities. So autism, Down syndrome, cerebral palsy, all sorts of other developmental or cognitive disabilities. And we just want them to call us wherever they are, whatever county, because we have different chapters in different counties, but just reach out to us to just learn what's available. It's critical that they do that and not try to just survive on their own or just move forward with a sense that they don't really need help. There's just lots of resources out here for families.
I think that is key because they're already facing some challenge in their family, in their life, and sometimes what do you do first, what do you do next? And here you are, you have this service that is available.
And the application processes to access disability services are extremely complicated, complex, nuanced. And one of the things I'm proud of for the ARC Prince George's County is we launched outreach services for Hispanic families, because it's so difficult if you're not an English speaker, to get through these processes. Applying for Social Security, applying for Medicaid, applying for Metro Access are not easy tasks to do if you haven't mastered the English language.
So what is the first step? How do people reach out to you? How do they get in contact so they can try to see what services are available?
It's easy. They can go to our website, which is the ARC, A-R-C, of PGC.org, so the ARC of PGC.org, or call our phone number, which is 301-925-7050.
All right, thanks so much, Rob.
Thank you, Brian.